going on, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from this week. So without further ado, let's go. All right, so I'm just gonna make this really quick. I have somewhere to go, so it's Friday. There's really no action. I mean, it hasn't really been much action this entire week. It's been slow. Like I'm talking really slow. It's a fight to scalp even 10 cents and out of the market. Okay, so that said, 1 second, guys. I gotta put my phone on vibrate. All right. So that said, just to look at the SPY, right now we're at this level right here at 409. I actually thought we are gonna be hitting 410 this week, right? So we're almost there. We're almost there, about like 50 cents. But before the end of the month, let's see, we've got about 3 weeks before the end of the month. My target, like I said in my previous videos, 420. Okay, 420. Now, wouldn't it be something if we actually hit 420? On 420. that would be great. So just keep an eye on the SPY. Now, as far as the action this week, it's been abysmal. There hasn't been volume, on both sides actually, on the long and the short. Okay, so let's see, what did I trade this week? So I took ACY, right? So ACY was like the stock that I traded. And oh shit, when did I even trade that? So I took ACY on let's see. So we had this action where so I took ACY on the 5th, right? So with this, I pretty much I got long somewhere around. I got long off the halt at first. It was a nice solid trade, and then I got long around this area. So I was basically watching the tape, and it looked like buyers were stepping in around that same area. There was one market maker in particular that kept showing up with size. Now at first I thought this guy was spoofing, but he started to walk up the bid, right? So when I saw that, I was like, okay, let's keep a close eye on this guy, right? And the same thing, he was sitting around this 1330s, 1350s area. So I got long around there, and got some wins on that. So that was pretty good. That was good. Now, so I took that, and then what happened the next day on the 6th? I'm trying to remember what exactly happened. I don't think I took this on the 6th. Okay, so I took that on the 5th. Now there was also SJ. SJ was a stock that was gapping up. Now SJ had a higher float. This was on the 6th. The stock had a higher float, high IO. Now with those type of stocks, they usually trade a certain way. You can't just slam lows on those stocks and hope that it flushes. They can try to fake you out. So with SJ, I was watching SJ and, trapped a lot of these low slammers right here and just turned around and ripped. And then, I got long somewhere around here, I believe. And I got it to the upside. And then when the stock halted right here, I took another trade off the washout and I got long there. And, that happened to be the top. So when I saw this choppy action right here, I just, I stood on the sidelines. I didn't want to try to take this long again because, I just didn't like this price action. And sure enough, that was a good guess because the stock basically just started tanking, right? So this was like the backside. So it was nice. It was a nice move to the upside. And then what else? What was the other trade we had? Guys, as you can see, it's kind of hard for me to remember some of the trades because nothing really happened, right? There weren't that much standout opportunities in the market. But we had, there was ISIG. Where was that? ISIG was somewhere around here. So on this day, on the 7th, nothing went right for me. Nothing. I mean, this was just, I went long, I got slammed. I tried to dip by, you know, around this area because I was watching the tape and buyers were stepping in around this like 810 area, and then we popped up a little bit and then it came down and then I stopped out. I basically took about a 16 to 20 cent loss right here because I was thinking this thing was just gonna hold and then we were gonna get a secondary move, but that's not what happened. I took a loss on ISIG. Nothing went right. And then I went and traded ACY, right? So ACY, I traded ACY and, excuse me, ACY on the 7th, it was right here. So basically this thing was falling and, I was trying to add it at support levels and then it just fell some more and just kept falling. And I was like, dang, this is crazy. But I had a lot of bullets to add if it actually came all the way down to 11. That was going to be my last add area. But yeah, so I averaged, and I think my average was like 1206, right, from the dip buys. And then when it came back through this level and I saw it just coming back down again, I just stopped out. So I ended up just stopping out break even. I think maybe I made like a penny or something, but that was it. That was negligible. And then we had that, and what was the other one that we had? So I stopped out on that, and then I went to trade ODT. So I went to trade ODT. It was a midday runner, right? Nothing went right on ODT. Where in the hell was that? Bear with me a second, guys. Bear with me 1 second. Was it here? I think it was here on the 7th. Yeah. So. I think I went back too far. So let's see what we get here. So yeah, it was right here. So basically, I paid the price. I think I entered somewhere around the 4.7 level, or I think it's like 470. And this thing ripped all the way up to 497. I didn't take profit because I was hoping that we would get at least to 515, which was my profit target. But this thing went up, came down. And it looked like it was holding around here, and then I added, and then bang, flushed some more. So I ended up taking a loss on this, stopped out at 440. Just nothing went right the whole day. So I think I was down close to like 20 grand or something after those losses. And then I was getting close to like, closing up shop and just being done with the day. And then all of a sudden we had BNSO. It came through and saved the day. Well, it didn't save the day, but I was able to make up for some of my losses. So I think I got long somewhere around here, and I sold for a point. It was really good. It was awesome. So I got a point move on this rip right here. So, basically I ended the day down about 13 G's. All right. So, I mean, that's a lot better than being down 20-something grand. But so I made about a point, I think like a point and 20 cents off of this move right here, this momentum crazy drive up there. Because shorts were trapped around this area. I'm sure they were trapped, waiting for like a all-day fade into, into the close. And then we got this ridiculous rip. So I got long somewhere around there and made a point. So that was that. And then yesterday, everything worked. I mean, everything worked yesterday. I mean, it was just, I made money right here on rice because we had rice gapping up. So I made money right here. I made money on the dip buys. Just everything just seemed to work, right? I got long somewhere around there, made some money. That was perfect. And then, I left it alone, right? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to trade this anymore. I talked about the exact game plan in pre-market. So you guys, like, if you subscribe to Market Omega Trades, in pre-market, usually about 30 minutes before the market opens, we go through all the gappers and I talk about the levels, where I'm trying to get in, where I'm trying to get out, if I'm going to be shorting, if I'm going to be longing, what's my profit target, what's my stop, and, give you guys the whole game plan. If there's any dilution on the filings, we go through all of that. So Rice talked about that, and just it worked out perfectly. And then VRY talked about that as well, right? I just knew there was going to be a crazy pop. There's going to be a crazy pop at the open. Let me take this off here. And it worked out. It worked out well. VERY. So I basically got long right here, I think, and then I made this move right there. So when I got long around here. On this washout, I made close to a point, and I think I got long somewhere around here on this dip buy, and I made about 50 cents or something. So everything worked on VERY. Now, because the stock had pulled back a lot in pre-market, I just, I didn't think it was going to take a rocket. It's going to take a rocket ship to get this thing back to that pre-market high of 33.98. So I just I left it alone, and then sure enough, this thing just faded to oblivion. So that was that. And then what else? Today, market is dead. Same. We got this pre-market pop right there. I'm sorry, we got this after hours pop in GORE. So I put it on my watch. It opened, faded. AFMD has been choppy. It's been like crazy grindy action. So I traded AFMD right there, and I got caught in the washout. Sorry, I got caught in the flush. So when I was watching this thing, it looked like it was holding this. Where was that? Somewhere around here. It looked like it was holding this 1020s level. But instead of getting long right there, I think I might have chased a little bit. I filled it like 1040. It popped to 1065. I was holding it thinking we are going to get at least 1080, but got this instant dump right there. So then I flipped short and made some of it back, right? But when I started seeing these, this micro shelf right here, I just got out. I got out because I just didn't trust it. And sure enough, you got this, pop, drop, and then another pop. You don't want to see this type of action. You want to see a nice, orderly, like if it wants to go up, you want to see like a nice, orderly move, pull back. And then if it wants to go down, same thing, right? Nice, orderly movement, right? Lower highs, lower lows. But when you see this right here, I just leave it alone. They're much, in my mind, I'm thinking, there are much easier plays out there. But, yeah, there aren't any. There aren't any easier plays. CLOV, we got the gap. Chop around, nothing happened, right? Low volume, right? Well, now the volume has increased, but back then it was just kind of choppy. CALC was another one. I didn't trade this, but I was hoping this thing would break this level and give us a nice move to the upside, but that's not what happened. It got this rejection right here around 24, and then wash. Same thing right here, right? Got this choppy action, and then dang, and then bam, tanked. So left that alone. And then there was TENX, but TENX never did anything. I didn't really bother with it. GLSI, this was a low float stock, but it was low float, but I don't know if they had news actually. I think yeah, they did have news, so that was the reason for the pop. But low float, high IO, you get a pop and then a fade. I didn't even touch this, and plus the spread was really wide, so I didn't even mess with it. Gene, we have Gene popped up. This was actually a midday runner, so somebody had called it out in chat. So when I looked at it, it was somewhere around here, so I didn't even bother with it. Plus, it had a whole lot of bag holders, so this thing just faded to the downside. I left that alone. Now, right now, the only stock I'm kind of watching is this Rice. If it'll do something, I don't know, but right now it's kind of chopping around this level. So I'm just going to keep that on watch, see what happens in power hour. Maybe we get a move over 17.05 up to 18. So that's the stock I'm going to be watching right now. All right. So, guys, that's it. I told you guys this was going to be a short recap. I'm actually, I need to head out in about 5 minutes. So I need to get ready to head out. Guys, feel free to subscribe, marketomegatrades.com. Link is in the description below. And, we have guys, of all backgrounds. We have some people that have been traded options. We have some people that trade petty stocks. And one thing they like about our room is, we get into more granular process of trading, right? And, when I usually get on the mic, and I'm on the mic for about 2 hours and, guiding you through the plays and the setups. And when I get off the mic, I have another partner of mine who hops on the mic. And this guy, he has a totally different strategy than I do. And he usually, he'll give you plays on like the short side, give you information on dilution and everything. And so, yeah, it's a well-rounded, balanced room, right? So feel free to check us out, guys. MarketOmegaTrades.com, okay? And follow me on Twitter at MarketOmega. I usually post everything from, stocks to crypto, sports, and just life in general. So follow me on Twitter, guys. And also follow me on YouTube, all right? Feel free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Market Omega. And when you do, turn on the post notifications, turn on all, so you get notified every time I upload new content, okay? And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll catch you guys next week for another weekly recap. Take care.